One arrow at 50. If I hit inside the dot, I shoot first.
Dead center. Dead center, bro. That's a giant. Oh, that's my biggest buck ever. Look at that big old body joker.
Sling one arrow at 50. One arrow at 50. If I hit inside the dot, I shoot first.
Document that. If he gets it at 50, one shot.
In the white dot.
In the white dot at 50. All right? Easy.
49 right here. All right, here goes nothing. Yeah.
We're killing.
All right, let me get settled in
Take
here.
your time here. Dead center. Dead center, bro.
I feel like that wasn't 50.
Was that 50?
That was 50.
That's pretty darn impressive.
You got the old Hoyt dialed in. By my boy Pitt.
Kill him.
All right, I'll let you know if I kill him. Me and Hunter going in there.
Sounds good. I'll take pictures.
Let's go put that redneck in there. All right, I hit the dot at 50.
I know. You gonna go shoot big heavy?
You good with that?
Yeah.
You're gonna hold up to your end of the deal?
I'll take anything unless you want to. Anything less than a big 50 or big heavy. I mean, anything less than big heavy.
Anything less than a 250 incher?
Yep.
Yeah, let's take both. Let's take both bows.
Take it both again.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's plenty of shooters in there. I want big heavy really bad.
Okay. If something else slips through there, I'll be on standby.
We're going in all out assault on big heavy. So he's came out of the hills out of the north 2 out of 4 nights that we've been in there. And when he comes out of the north, he crosses the same trail right there through the cottonwoods about, I don't know, 80, 90 yards behind to the west of where we hung. So we're gonna pull the set that we hung and move it down there to where he's crossing at, and with the east wind it should be perfect. So hopefully, we're praying he does the same thing again. If he comes out of the hills, we got a good shot at him. We think he's stopping right there at the fence line and taking a drink of water like the rest of the deer, and then he's hopping the fence and then working out towards the middle of the field. So I won the shoot off today. One shot 50 yards. So we're feeling good about it. We're gonna get in there and hang and hunt. Let's go. So we just got up here, and based on the footage that we have, I know that that redneck blind in our tree stand is right in line with where he crosses, and the fence is kind of pinched down right here, and there's a big trail. So this has got to be where he's crossing, and he's basically walking straight south and walking right in front of that tree that kind of branches out in a bunch of different directions. So, man, this could be killer. We got the perfect wind, northeast wind, east northeast. It's going to be blowing back that way. Shouldn't booger any deer up. Most of the deer are coming from the east, but we're kind of honing in on this deer.
So this will be our last evening sit. We're back over here at Les's, same place, same field, same blind. It's the coolest it's been by far. It's probably gonna get down in the 40s before we get out of here tonight. Wind's howling, but it's supposed to die down right at dark. So we sat here last night. A lot of deer came out late. It was kind of hot. Didn't see any shooters. We tried again this morning down the bottom by the river. Saw 5 does. Not a lot of movement this morning. I was hoping it would be because it was a lot cooler. It's cooled off even more today. It's been in the 50s all day. I think it'll probably get in the 40s while we're sitting, but this is our last sit. We're in the same field over at Les's place on this top alfalfa and this same ground blind we set up, and it's our best weather day. Wind's a little bit much today, but it's going to die down right at dark, so the cool weather ought to have them feeding here a little bit early. So we're trying to catch one of these shooter bucks coming in before dark. Got to get it done. It's the last shot. You running those deer off? There's a... Oh, it's a girl elk too.
Here we are. I think it's day, what is it, day 7? 6 or 7? 7?
Yeah,
Day 7?
day 7.
Day 7 in Nebraska, man. The story of Nebraska early season is just, when we zig, they zag. We're just playing cat and mouse all the time with these deer. We're trying to move, get closer to them, and then do something else the next night. But man, it's fun chasing them. But I won the old 50-yard shoot-off bet we had. So, man,
Behind the camera tonight.
my man right here is a man of his word. So I'm up here in the saddle. We don't have a lot of cover right here. If Big Heavy does jump the fence, or any other buck. I keep saying Big Heavy because that's the one that I really like. I've been liking him since we got summertime pictures, but any mature buck that comes in here, I'll shoot. So
Let it fly.
let it fly. To kind of get everybody up to date on what we've been doing. 3 nights ago we sat in the blind, and all the deer pretty much came from the south, and we actually weren't able to get footage of most of them because we were set up to shoot from the redneck to the north. So 2 nights ago you came in here with Hunter.
Yep.
And y'all only saw the Velvet 8.
Saw the Velvet 8, Hardhorn 8, and that was
Nope, it was only 2. And so yesterday we came in here, got back in the redneck, and we saw, basically we're after 4 deer and then possibly 2 new deer that we've never seen before. So we got Big Heavy's kind of our main target buck. 2 out of the 4 days he's come from the north, and then the other 2 he's came from the east. And then the Velvet deer always comes out of the east. And then there's a Hardhorn 8. He comes from, where's he come from?
a little bit everywhere.
Everywhere. And so yesterday, a new, little bit bigger Hardhorn 8 come from the north of the blind, got pretty close to bow range. He's actually out here right now feeding right in front of the redneck, of course. He's feeding right there. Also, right at dark last night from the north, a 6x5. He's got kind of a little bitty nub that would make him an 11 pointer. He's still in Velvet. He came from the north. So it's just a lot of cat and mouse jumping around. Of course, where we just moved the stand from, if we hadn't have moved it, we could have killed that Hardhorn pretty good 8 that's out there right now. But we're basically set up for Big Heavy, because if we see him come out of the hills right here from the north, there's a pretty good chance this is where he's going to cross. Those 2 little bucks just jumped the fence right there. I watched them walk all the way down the hill. That's about where Big Heavy should come from. But we got the Velvet 8 just stepped out right here. He's about 70 yards. possibility of rain, we need to make sure we take, I got a little thing in my backpack that's like a waterproof cover for the camera, just in case. Because I'm thinking seriously about doing the tree stand again.
But if you're gonna do it again, I mean, it would be tonight, but I was, it has anything east in it, you kind of want to,
we have to check and make sure it has some east in it.
Yeah, you got to have some east in there.
you don't want to
But I'm thinking it's going to be similar to what the wind we had last night. My thing is, like, I want to be able to, because the big heavy deer didn't show up last night, and then usually if he doesn't show up the next night, he comes out, he walks through that gap. Because that's what he's done isn't that what he's done the last 2 times we've seen him?
Yeah.
He's walked through that gap, we've been in the redneck blind.
Yeah, last 2 times.
And I mean, one of them other deer could come through there.
Easy.
Hoyt is ready to eat. It's all dusty. No more dust now. No more dust. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, a little note, tonight's the night.
Oh, you're so sweet.
With butter, if you want it with butter.
Look at this.
That's awesome. Hot
Dang,
chocolate
we even
last
got the
night,
butter.
bread tonight.
Butter
I should have
spread.
got you some more hot chocolate, right? 'Cause
That
it's
would've
so
been
cold.
awesome.
Do you care though?
Yeah.
You care about us? Your shirt says
I
you kind of don't care.
Oh, I forgot I had this on. Well, yeah, I care about you. That's
Obviously.
why
Man, my camera guy may fall asleep on me.
That sounds good right there.
Yep.
Heading back in. We said we were going to move to the redneck after what we saw last night, but actually now we're going to go back to the tree stand because we got a pretty decent wind to set up on big heavy again. Brian's still up to bat back there. He's already got his bow in hand already. I mean, just in case we were to come across big heavy on the way in. This afternoon's going to be incredible, I think.
All right, day 2. Ambush of big heavy. Talk about a major weather change. It was in the 30s last night. It's just it's good conditions. So we shall see. I feel really, really good about it. Look at him. Well, we got some deer starting to kind of pile out. Temperature's dropping. And you can tell they're just in the mood to feed. Big buck right there. Big heavy. Hey, it's big heavy. Big heavy. He's on the other side of the redneck. Gosh. Man, he's about to jump the fence. Man. I was hoping he'd come out of the north, but looks like several bucks coming out of the east over there. We still got plenty of time though. Maybe he'll work this way. Split G28 coming same spot. Now the only hope we got is Velvet 8. Big Heavy's walking this way at least. He's coming. He's coming right here. Mer. Mer. Dude, what do you think? Smoke City, isn't it?
Smoked it. Did you see him?
Huh? I think I seen him go down. Did you see him go down?
I didn't see him.
He's right here, like 12 yards. I didn't even know he was coming. There was some deer right here behind me. So I was kind of watching them and I looked up and he's right here. I was like, oh crap. So I got my bow and you turned around and looked.
Well, I thought for a second.
You had him, didn't you?
No, yeah, I had it. I thought it was the velvet tent. And then I said, and then you grabbed your bow and I was like, oh, that's
That's
him.
big heavy.
Hey, congratulations.
Good job, man. Thank you. That's a giant. Oh, that's my biggest buck ever. That's gonna be my biggest buck ever. God. God. Man, we've been playing cat and mouse with these suckers. I don't know what triggered them to come over here, but there's a bunch of does and some little bucks over here kind of bowing up and kind of sparring with each other, and then the next thing I know, I look up and here he is coming.
It was weird too, like he just turned on a dime.
On a dime. God. I think he's smoked. We use nose jammer religiously.
Yeah,
We use a lot of it.
Yep.
And there's a little bit more west in the wind than what we're supposed to have. A lot of these deer were downwind and he got right here. Did you see him kind of check up? Were you on him right there?
Yeah, I was freaking out.
He checked up and looked up here and he kind of started sniffing, but that's exactly what nose jammer does is they get downwind and they check up and they smell something and they know something's not quite right, but that nose jammer, it just jams them up. And they just kind of put their head down and keep going through. I've seen that happen so many times.
We had a lot of deer downwind of us tonight, and you saw it. Like they smelled something, but
they can't
jam their
right.
sense of smell.
They can't figure out what it is.
And it really calmed them down.
Calms them down.
And
Let's go find this deer. We gave him some time. It's been, what, about an hour?
yeah,
It's been about an hour, so Dirty Sean's on the way. We're gonna try to go put our hands on him.
can't wait to see him.
You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Man, so I climbed down. Dirty Sean just pulled up. When I climbed down, got to the bottom of the ladder, I put my glasses up and I'm pretty sure I could see him just laying just on the other side of the fence over there. So let's go. Well, what you think?
Want to see him?
My light went out.
You got her done, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. Smoked him.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I did really good.
The
too.
cameraman did awesome.
I did great.
Awesome. I was a little worried, but
Trust me, when the footage, I was worried. It came on the behind the one tree that I was like not ready.
Right here. Look.
right here he is. Yes.
Oh man.
You did. Oh my word. Oh.
He smoked too. Look at that big old body joker. Golly. That's a giant. Thank you.
That is awesome.
Look at this big joker.
Yeah, he was old heavy.
That's him. We've been after that sucker for a few days. How about it, Tyler?
That's a giant.
You like him?
That is a stud.
Golly. That's gonna be my biggest one.
That's a dang good one.
He's a friggin' tank. Oh, early season giant. But it feels like late season.
It does. It had to be what, July when I started getting pictures of him?
Well, the funny thing is when you started sending pictures, this is the one I wanted. For sure.
Well, hats off to Tyler for letting you shoot him.
Yeah, thank you, Tyler.
That was fun, man. I'm happy to be there.
Become a cameraman. And,
Hey, I kind of like the way this is going.
yeah,
That was fun.
you should.
Golly. Yep, he's been rubbing. He's everything I thought he was going to be.
Pretty nice at 12 yards.
Oh my gosh, how'd he look at 12 yards, Tyler?
Well, it was good for me. Really good for me. That, Brian.
Thank you, man.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Really cool.
Nebraska giant. Nebraska giant.
It's like it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, we made it.
They take the plan in reverse.
Well, yeah. I mean, he came out of the east, and we thought that when he came out, I was kind of disappointed because I thought that our chance of him coming in was very slim. But it was so early. I mean, you never know what could happen, and something triggered him, and he came on a beeline right to us. Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome. He's got to go on top of the truck, Tyler.
This one definitely has to go on top of it.
He's got to ride to Georgia on top of the truck.